Yo, what's up? In this video, I'm going to talk about how LeBron, Scottie Pippen James tried to follow Jalen Brunson and group up with him and Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart to try to get another title. See, this guy keep making the argument that he is not the GOAT. He is not better than Michael Jordan. He is not better than Tim Duncan. Okay? And by the way, the last video, Isaiah the LeBron lover, he came out from under a rock and sending messages, yeah, and all that. Cause you know, I think he's from Philadelphia. Now he a 76er fan. Yeah, LeBron James. Yeah, and all of that. He talking trash. And of course, Jerry the pizza man. And let me tell you why I call him the pizza man. See, he's NBA Jerry, or were NBA Jerry. And he realized, he said, look, man, LeBron James ain't better than Michael Jordan. He realized that. So he moved to Vegas. Now, he say this in his video, so I ain't revealing anything private. So he moved to Vegas and he became a pizza man. Okay? He now Bitcoin is good. Bitcoin is gonna be the future. And if he ain't doing that, he delivering pizzas. Okay? He a pizza man. So that's why I say pizza man. But anyway, LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James tried to join Jalen Brunson after they just got through winning the title. He just got through proving the world that you don't have to group up with top 10 players in the league. You don't have to complain to the media, talk about, I need help, I don't need help, I need help, y'all, I don't have enough help. You know, he proved to the NBA that Mike Brown is a winning coach. Okay, he proved that Mike Brown could carry them to a title. And after all of that, that role player tried to sneak the last couple of weeks or a month or whatever to try to join up with New York. And they said, no way, Jose. Jalen Brunson said, look, man, we don't need that role player. First of all, he a role player, so he ain't going to help us anyway. If anything, he's going to make us worse. Okay? And two, the LeBron lovers like the pizza man and Isaiah, they gonna come along and start bashing me and start bashing Mike Brown. Mike Brown, sucky coach. We need to get rid of him. Bashing Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. They OG. They gonna be bashing all of them when they lose a game. Jalen Brunson need to step up. He need to step to the plate. You know. At 3, that game's gonna go down. What y'all LeBron, which is one of the stupidest arguments y'all can make about the role player, once he get group up with these teams and top 10 players resort to spot up shooters like Bosh and Kevin Love, what y'all say? You gotta sacrifice when you play with the role player. You gotta sacrifice. How that's a GOAT? Who want to play worse when they play with a player? Do you see people say, well, when you play with Tim Duncan and Hakeem Olajuwon, you got to sacrifice. You should play the same. Just make adjustments. But y'all say sacrifice meaning take away some of the things that make you a good player. And that what happened to Kevin Love, and that what happened to Chris Bosh. Okay? They resorted to spot up shooters. And that's a sacrifice? I said, well, I don't want to play with him then. Not only do we lose, I play worse with him. You got to sacrifice. When you play Michael Jordan, you got to sacrifice. Did Dennis Rodman, what he had to sacrifice? He played the same to me. You know, what all the other players that played with Michael Jordan, they played the same. If anything, Michael Jordan adjusted his game to get the fit they style of play in so they can win. You know? So, Shadow, that's a stupid argument. Mike Brown said, look, man, this guy, because they ran about him, too. Mike Brown said, look, man, I coached this guy. We won 66 games. We lost to the white coward. He choked at the playoff, LeBron. And then next year, we won 61 games. And we lost, and he quit on the team. He quit against Boston, and he ran to Miami. We don't need that in New York. Okay? We won without him. You know, and then, because of that, I got labeled as a crappy coach or a mediocre coach, and I eventually got fired because of the role player. He don't want to go through that again. You know, Jordan Clark said, look, man, I played with the role player, and he sucked. That's what he told the owner. That's what Jordan Clarkson called him. You know, we didn't win. We got our butt kicked in the playoffs, and we all got to blame. He didn't get no blame. And Kyrie Irving got up out of there, you know, because of that. Kyrie Irving said, look, man, this what Kyrie Irving said, look, man, I saved LeBron in the finals, and look, man, I need to get up out of here, because people keep saying I'm the reason why we lose and get swept and all that. He got up out of there, and I don't blame him. So they told the owner, Jalen Brunson, all that, look, man, we don't want that circus that come with the role player, the pizza man, Isaiah, Nick Wright, dissing me, the Jalen Brunson ain't the top player in the league, and all of that. When they start losing, when they get LeBron, what's gonna happen? That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna they're gonna be 6-6, 12 games in. And they gonna start dissing Jalen Brunson. Oh, Jalen Brunson ain't the top player in the league. Look, he can't win with LeBron. LeBron need help. It's the same thing. It's the same cycle. Okay? And Philadelphia, they gonna see that soon. Okay? Oh, he went to a franchise that didn't win in 40 years. He gonna win, and they failed to mention that Jalen Brunson got signed there, and he won without LeBron. He won Finals MVP, okay, with Boston. But y'all failed to mention that. Y'all talking like LeBron just joined the team from last year. It's not the team from last year. They got Jalen Brunson, a top 10 player in the league. And New York got a top 5 player in the league in Brunson, okay? And once he get there, Brunson gonna resort to a spot-up shooter, and they his game gonna be just a shell. He gonna be a shell of himself if that role player would have went there. And they saw the writing on the wall. They said, no way, Jose. And they told Rich Paul, nah, we good. You know, we don't need him. He a role player. We won without him. We better without him. You know, Jalen Brunson is better than him. You know? So they declined it. And then y'all LeBron, y'all gonna make some excuse. What excuse y'all could make from him trying to join the Knicks? What excuse can you make? Okay? You can't say, well, he helping them win. They ain't win. They just won. Okay? They got a top 5 player in the league. What excuse y'all were gonna make? You know? Y'all were going to get Mike Brown fired again. And y'all were going to throw Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns under the bus when they lose games. Oh, he need to step up. I can see him not Nick Wright. Jalen Brunson ain't the best player in the league, ain't one of the best. Look, he can't even win with LeBron. LeBron would make winners. He'll make no win. He ruined careers. There's nobody you could say, the pizza man or Isaiah, nobody y'all could say that they were mediocre when they got with LeBron, and while they playing with LeBron and after they wanted to be. They don't have to be the top player in the league. They got better from playing with LeBron. Y'all can't say no player, okay? They get worse with LeBron, and they get all the blame. They get none of the credit. So LeBron James tried to sign with the Knicks. Michael Jordan wouldn't done that. Kobe wouldn't done that. Hakeem and Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson, none of them would have done that. Okay? Only the role player. Y'all still gonna defend them. So with that said, that's it.